I was a heavy self-help and spiritual junkie that is always thirsty and looking for more, and I never stayed long enough to see if it works or not. My retention became short and I couldn't focus on one thing for too long because there's an urge inside me that wants more new information and new materials. So I was jumping from one solution into another, one guru into another, and one masterclass into $1,000 therapy. I end up more miserable than before because I still can't find the healing and the feeling that I'm looking for. It was really a depressing moment of my life. I'm not blaming anything because I understand that at that time I was acting based on my level of understanding the world, and I cannot not do that. Do I use self-help because I really want solution, or I just use it as an escape route for not facing my own wounded self that needs me? In the world of more, I find myself with less and less. I feel hopeless, whereas the industry portrayed a rainbow after the rain, and I only saw myself in the storm and dark moments. It is a cruelty to say that if you are focusing on the negative, then you will manifest more suffering to someone who is really in the pain. I think it's dehumanizing and it is unkind. I'm guilty as charged too because I used to be one, and yeah, I kind of ashamed of the old version of me. The spiritual world births a new version of ego that is masked themselves in a holy robe. The gurus and so-called spiritual teachers tells us how to do things like eat, sleep, habit, and even how to breathe. We assume if they have million followers, then it must be the truth and I should follow it and make it as my truth too. I'm not saying that it is wrong, but we missed a very important factor. We forget that we are all an extension of God or source, that we forget that we actually have the truth inside us. We forget about discernment and we forget about our own power. The real healing truly begins when I stop searching for external information anymore. The real healing begins when I start developing my awareness and my discernment. The truth will give options and not restriction or the latest newest method of anything. I still follow some teachers that are genuine, real, and vulnerable. The real spiritual teacher can eat McDonald's and still feel like themselves because they knew that everything is inside them and not based by external things. Everything we experience is just an experience that doesn't define us. If some food or habits give us big importance in life, then what happens if it's taken away from you? Will you still be in peace and okay with it? Or do you feel less without the food or the habits? We should always questioning everything, even this video. Ask ourselves, is this resonating with me? What is arising when I hear certain belief that I don't like? The self-help and spirituality births a new addiction that we are all racing to be fully healed and the superiority to be on the latest trend on the market. The real healing begins at home when finally we start to embrace our own pain with honesty and not trying to run from it again. I'm here if you want to share your pain or story. Thank you.